Breaking news, Kansas News Leader.
Thomas the Train Engine and his friends are pulling into the Kansas Children's Discovery Center. The national traveling exhibit Thomas and Friends Explore the Rails opens Friday. Laura Burton is here with a preview. Our chief photojournalist Doug Brown got his own little preview today. Some guests at the Discovery Center got a little treat because they got to take a look inside. I mean, this is the dude himself.
I will
Thomas.
say, Doug had a lot of fun playing. I know he pretends that he was working very hard at the Discovery Center, but he was playing a little bit with those kiddos too.
What's all coming with Thomas and Friends?
Oh, it is such a fun exhibit. This is an exhibit that was constructed by our friends at Minnesota Children's Museum. They did a great job. Of course, one thing I'm excited about with Thomas is everybody knows Thomas and Friends. This is a brand and a character that is so strong and has such great intergenerational appeal. People's parents and grandparents were obsessed with Thomas when they were little kids, but this exhibit also brings a lot of the science. So we have science and math. We have kids engineering ramps. We have them fixing wobbly wheels.
Well, let's do the visual evidence that Doug did do some work today. Here's the video. And there is Thomas inside the depot.
There's Thomas inside the depot,
yes. So I interrupted you. Math, science lessons?
Absolutely. So many exciting things that kids can do when they are just playing. So they're going to come in and get excited because they get to see Thomas and they see the Steamworks and Sodor Island and all of the sites that they're familiar with from the books and the shows. But really, they're going to be doing a lot of learning, a lot of pretend play, things like this ticket booth, a wonderful train table, the biggest train table I've seen in my life that kids get to experience and play with. They get to climb aboard Thomas. It is just a really fun exhibit. There's also a historical retrospective that's a part of this. So again, those parents and grandparents that remember Thomas can learn a little bit more about the story and how it came to be. Lots of really exciting things for kiddos in the exhibit experience.
So the ticket booth almost sounds like counting lessons,
yes.
Money, change.
Math, tickets, absolutely. I had to pay, I think, about $500 Sodor dollars for a train ticket earlier. So kids are really driving a hard bargain over there, but it's worth it to be able to take a trip to the islands and see Thomas and all of his friends.
And
so
then science,
really cool
engineering lessons, is that kind of talking about like gravity, how they go up, the push, the pull?
Yes.
I'm just making this up. I really don't know, but that's what it looked like the kids were doing.
Absolutely. Well, it is. You can see when you see them over there that they are really engaged and they're checking things out, and that's why. So yes, they get to check out different ramp heights and how those impact the trains. Does lifting the ramp make the train derail, right? Kids really want the trains to go very fast, but sometimes they find that if they lift that ramp way up and the train goes really fast, it can't stay on the track through a curve. That's a great physics lesson for them. So there are all sorts of ways that kids are learning through play, which of course they always do at Discovery Center. Really fun exhibit, really fun character, and it's all included in the cost of regular admission. So it's something that you get in addition to the 15,000 square feet of indoor play space you always find at the Discovery Center and 4.5 acres outside.
How do we earn Sodor dollars though?
Well, that's really up to whoever's running the ticket booth. So it depends. It depends on what those kiddos are going to be asking for. Dramatic play is a great part of this exhibit experience. They get the opportunity to try different tools and try different roles. They get to dress up as conductors. So there's a lot of great pretend play that's happening too, which is just fun. But also pretend play is educational. That's how kids are practicing communication. It's how they're practicing adult roles. It's how they're practicing relationships. That stuff is really critical for kids as they're learning. So it's fun and it's learning.
Imaginary play without a screen
in
front of them. So it opens 9 a.m. this Friday at the Kansas Children's Discovery Center, which is, of course, off of 10th Street, in that corner of Gage Park is where you are located.
That's right.
And how long does the exhibit run?
Through May 11th. So it'll be open through spring break. So we definitely want to be a part of your spring break plans, but this is an exhibit that kids are going to want to see again and again, and their parents are going to want to see again and again. So you're going to want to make it over as soon as you can to check it out and make sure you can get all those visits in before it leaves Topeka on May 11th. It is a limited time exhibit, so they want to get in.
Tons of fun. Laura, thank you so very much. Thank you for being here as well. Stay tuned for Investigate TV Plus. We are back in a half hour with Live at 5.
Get the latest news, weather, and sports at WIBW.com or follow